All right, Song of Songs, first poetry book. Second one, Lamentations. Does anyone know what Lamentations is about? Besides a frowny face, can anyone tell me what is Lamentations about? Right? It's in the Old Testament. It's just as much Bible as Genesis or Proverbs. What do you think? Okay, we're on the right track. Good job using the context clues. Jaden, go ahead.
I believe it was written by Jeremiah. Basically what happens is either Israel or Judea is captured and
Judah.
Judah?
Yeah.
Okay, Judah, sorry. And basically they get captured and everything is kind of doing very badly for them because like being captured by a foreign nation is not great. And so it's kind of just like talking about all the bad things that happened.
Yep. So go to your table of contents in the Bible again, if you have a Bible, and find Lamentations in your table of contents.
Right after Jeremiah.
So you'll notice it's not with Song of Songs and Psalm and like the other poetry books in that area and Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. It's after Jeremiah. That's because we think that Jeremiah wrote it. Now, why does this matter? What can you tell me about Jeremiah? Jeremiah was a prophet. So Jeremiah's job, how's this for a job to have when you're older? Jeremiah's job was to go around the whole country and he would tell people, what you're doing is wrong. You need to stop doing that and start doing what's right, or destruction is coming. Do you think people would take that message very well? Someone coming up, what you're doing is wrong. Repent. Judgment is coming. Destruction is coming. Straighten out. Straighten up. Then what's also interesting about Jeremiah specifically is Jeremiah describes himself as being a youth. Now, we don't know how old he was, but that would mean he was either a teen or he was in maybe his early 20s, because once you were 30, you were an adult. You were a man for the Jews. So this is a prophet who could have been as young as you guys, probably younger than me. I'm 26. And for 40 years, he went around the country warning them, judgment is coming. Turn from your sin. Turn from your evil ways before it's too late. Jeremiah says that this caused him great mental anguish. So like we would say this was really bad for his mental health, that it was very hard on him, and that he was despised by all the people around him. And the people don't listen to his message. So imagine for 40 years, you're warning people, destruction is coming. There's judgment. You need to stop. You need to straighten out. You need to get right with God right now, you and your family. And nobody listens. And then you see the country get conquered. You see people get exiled, so they're kidnapped. They're taken to a different country. You see famine and starvation. You see a lot of violence in your home. You see the temple where they had church and offered sacrifices to God. You see that get destroyed. You were the messenger and the people didn't listen. That's Jeremiah. And so Jeremiah writes this book of Lamentations, and it's 5 chapters. It's not very long. And he just talks about like how sad he is at looking at everything. He's very confused. He doesn't know where God is in all this. He doesn't know what's going to happen to his people. He's hopeful God will bring his people back, but he's also worried maybe God just has had enough and that God's done with them. And we know now, thousands of years later, that's not true. But that's how Jeremiah was feeling. That's what he took to God. Who here likes ELA? Or is good at ELA? I don't know. ELA, any ELA lovers? Okay, so a couple of you. So out of the 5 chapters, it's kind of interesting. Jeremiah writes these alphabet poems. So with like the Hebrew alphabet, like each letter starts a verse, and then the next letter starts the next verse. And so he writes these alphabet poems for the first 4 chapters. And the last one, he doesn't do that. He just writes and is really upset that his country was pretty much destroyed and that he doesn't know where God is and everything. This takes place toward the end of 2 Kings, by the way. So yeah, 5 sad, grieving poems in Lamentations.